ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयोः श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे। Welcome to everybody. As you know, Revered Swami Baneshananji Maharaj, the head of our Vedanta Society, Berlin in Germany, has come all the way to Alsur Ashrama. It is our privilege to make use of his visit to this holy place, and I had requested Revered Swamiji to inaugurate this Sharda Devi Study Center also, and also to give a talk here. So, in spite of his busy schedule, that he has come here for 2 days stay here. So yesterday, Revered Maharaj reached here, and tomorrow 1 o'clock his flight is there for Delhi. So in between, he is going to address you all in this today, in this session, as well as in the evening after Arati on Ramakrishna Vedanta movement in Germany. That is in the evening after evening Arati. Now in this satsang or the spiritual retreat, Revered Maharaj will conduct the guided meditation, also give a talk on Sri Ramakrishna and his teaching. To give a brief introductions of Revered Swamiji, Swami Baneshananji Maharaj is, since the year 2004, the Vedanta Center in Germany is headed by Baneshananji Maharaj. As a student, he got initiated into spiritual life in the year 1973 by Revered Swami Vireshwararanji Maharaj. He was the 10th president of the order as well as the disciple of Holy Mother Sharda Devi. And in the year 1975, he joined the Holy Order at Kankurgachi, and he received his monastic vows in 1986. Ever since his joining the order, he has been living a practical life in Vedantic tradition for more than 50 years. He has been taught by a living and flourishing tradition of Vedanta under grinding disciplines of the Ramakrishna order. So, from November 19 to September 21, Revered Swamiji, together with the centers in Germany, he served as the president of the Center Vedantic Ramakrishna, Graz, France. He has served the order in different capacities at its international headquarters, that is Belur Math, as the head of the law department at its branch centers like Kankurgachi as the personal assistant to Revered Bhuteshananji Maharaj. He was vice president at that time. And Shillong as the chief accountant and chief warden of the students' home, and Chennai Math as the editor of the Vedanta Kesari. Revered Swamiji is very conversant in a few languages like Sanskrit, English, Bengali, Hindi, Assamese, Oriya, and one tribal language, Kashi, that is in the state of Meghalaya, and is speaking the German also because he has to give talks there in Germany. From January 2001 to March 2004, he was the editor of the Vedanta Kesari, that is published from our Chennai Math. He had the rare opportunity to serve Revered Swami Bhuteshananji Maharaj. He was the 12th president of the Ramakrishna order. Swami Baneshananji learned some scriptures under him. Revered Baneshananji is a very good speaker as well as the organizer, and apart from that, is a scholarly monk, and he has translated with the copious explanatory comments on the famous Vedantic treatise Panchadashi from original Sanskrit into Bengali. He holds regular online classes on scriptures and on invitations, speaks in different institution groups and universities in Europe, USA, Canada, and other countries. Many of his lectures are available on YouTube under the name Swami Baneshananda. He is also regularly contributes articles to different journals and magazines in English, German, and Bengali. Swami Baneshananji also teaches the authentic theories and steps of meditation and conducts classes on guided meditation to demonstrate the applied aspects of Indian Yoga Vedanta meditation. So it is our fortune that Revered Maharaj is taking guided meditation class also today and also give a talk on Revered on Sri Ramakrishna. I request Revered Maharaj to conduct this program.
ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयो श्रुत्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे। Dear Swami Bodhiswarupananda ji, other revered Swamijis, and dear devotees of Sri Ramakrishna, friends, it's really a privilege for me to be here this morning with you all. And first time, this time, I am meeting so many devotees in India. It is always nice to be among one's own people. But since we are monks, so our own people is everywhere. That is the thing. Now the thing is that our dear Swamiji has asked me to conduct a guided meditation. Actually speaking, all people, you are all doing meditation as guided by your gurus. Most of you, I believe. So, I'm not going to say something which will contradict your ways of meditation that you have already learned from your teachers. But in general, in the West, we teach a kind of meditation which can be followed by anyone in spite of that person's spiritual affiliation. And the a few steps, because we don't have much time, just a few steps which are important for that I will be discussing here. And these are all taken from the way Swami Yatishwaranandaji used to guide his disciples. So this is a guided meditation, but I think 80% of which is taken from Swami Yatishwaranandaji's instructions on meditation. I used to conduct meditation classes in Chennai in the Vivekananda Illam, and I followed a little more instructions in detail, but that was meant for the Indian audience. So I would be just starting with that, and maybe it will take 10 minutes for us, but it is for you to remember these steps or these few instructions so that when you sit in meditation, it becomes easy for you to bring the scattered mind together within yourself. And that is what is called concentration. And the next part is very general that I will explain. It is called a meditation on peace. In the Upanishads, the Atman is considered to be of the nature of peace. Upashantoyam Atma, the Upanishad says. So keeping that in mind, we will proceed In general, in other countries, we have to give much details about where to sit, when to sit, and how to sit. But here, you people all know how to do about that. So, but I will try with the simple few steps that would help you always. So now let us try to sit straight as possible without being awkwardly straight, but be comfortably straight. And try to breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in deeply and breathe out exhaustively. Keep an eye on your breath, that when you are breathing in, you see that your belly will be inflating. And when you are breathing out, see that your belly is deflating. So let us do it 5 times. This helps us to properly balance our posture and also to guide our mind to our breath and the body. Then next is, let us chant Om together 3 times. Om. Then let us think of the various parts of the body. I will demonstrate how to concentrate on different parts of the body. This helps us to activate different parts of the body. The mind can activate any part of the body. Suppose you think of good food. You think of good food, your tongue will start watering. That means the mind can activate different parts of the body, and that helps the body to come in harmony with all the humors of the body, Vayu, Pitta, and Kapha, according to Ayurveda. So, the system is to concentrate on different parts of the body. We will do it with our legs. Now, guide your attention to your toes. First, let us begin with the right foot. Concentrate on your toes and move the toes a bit to know that you can feel them. Concentrate on that. Then concentrate on the right foot. Concentrate on the right leg from the ankle joint up to the knee joint. If you don't get a feeling of that, you can shake that leg a bit and feel. Then concentrate on your right thigh. Try to feel the touch of the cloth to the skin. Now concentrate on the whole right leg. This way, we can concentrate on left leg, then both hands, then belly, chest, head, spinal column, etc. I am not going into those details. It takes time to explain, but when you practice it, it becomes quicker. Now, please try to concentrate on your chest. And imagine that inside the chest there is an empty space. This is not dark, but this is illumined by some light. And inside that space there is a full-blown red lotus with 8 petals. Those who are initiated have an Ishtadevata, can imagine of the image of Ishtadevata sitting there. So here I take a diversion for everyone. Now think of a very happy incident from your own life. That incident left a very peaceful and happy feeling in your mind. That is why you can remember it. Do not try to think of that incident as such, but think of the feeling of peace and happiness you experienced during that event or incident. Now try to recreate that experience of peace and happiness inside the middle of your heart, where you thought of a red lotus. This place is called the mystic heart. Try to feel your heart with that feeling of peace and happiness. Now remember that this peace and happiness is in you. You are the source of this peace and happiness. you experience it within yourself. Let us continue with this feeling for 2 minutes. It is in the center of your chest that you are feeling this peace and happiness. It has filled your chest with that feeling. Now, please imagine that this enormous feeling of peace and happiness, it has filled your chest. This is an enormous feeling of peace and happiness. It permeates your whole body through and through. It has spread all over your body. You feel so peaceful and happy. No hatred, no anger, no delusion, no jealousy, no pride has any place there. Your mind is free. It is pure. This purity has filled your body and yourself through and through. This is the place in this meditation where you can concentrate on the image of your Ishta and meditate. You can repeat the mantra and you can pray. Moving forward, ending this meditation, japa and prayer. just think that you are eager to share this peace and happiness with others. You are so peaceful that you can experience peace around you. People around you are peaceful. The sky is peaceful. The earth is peaceful. The air is peaceful. The space is peaceful. Each and everything around you is radiating this peace, beaming with this peace and happiness. You are in the ocean of this peace and happiness. You are peace and happiness. Now imagine that you as a whole, body, mind, and spirit together, radiating this peace around you. Now I will chant a mantra. Please repeat after me in low voice. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. May all be happy, may all be peaceful, free from diseases. May all achieve perfection in this life. May none suffer from miseries in this world. Then we chant together, Om Shanti 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 Hare Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. Om. So, as per the program, till what time? 11:45. Swamiji has advised me to speak something on Sri Ramakrishna. It is difficult to speak about Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, and Swamiji before the devotees. But my experience outside has taught me to look at the life of Thakurma and Swamiji from different perspectives. In India, we take many things for granted. We grow up with a kind of Indian spiritual atmosphere. So, Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, Swami Vivekananda, they are the products of this Indian ethos, Indian culture, and in one word, the Vedic civilization. But people who look at the ideals of Sri Ramakrishna from outside, from a different background, from a different civilizational cultural background, what would attract them very much and what would be in particular attracting them, those are things for us to learn. So that is something I myself did not know. But after being there for more than 2 decades and having experiences and speaking to different groups, students at different places, so I have seen what attracts them very much. That is something which they do not have, and they were looking forward for something like that. So a very wonderful expression I have heard from several of the people from the West, from our own monastic members in the West, those who are from different nationalities. One sentence they have told, that when they heard the ideals and ideas of Sri Ramakrishna, read the books, they felt a kind of fresh air to breathe. Fresh air. Because something which was hanging on them as a huge load and which they could not shake off. Suddenly, a fresh blow of fresh air came and removed that pressure. They could breathe freely. That was something which startled me. One of our own nuns speaking in a gathering, she told this thing to that audience, and she expected. She told the audience, I hope you too feel the same. You too feel the same. You too feel the same fresh air to breathe in, to rejuvenate your life. So that was something which I learned. But what is that fresh air? What is that fresh air? Many years ago, not many, but many years ago, there was an editor of a magazine in USA. Her name is Lisa Miller. She was the editor of Newsweek. which is published from New York, very famous magazine. In that, she wrote an editorial. The title of the editorial was "We Are All Hindus Now." And she gave a statistics that most of the Americans, at least around 50% of the Americans, even they do not follow Hindu religion, but they think that they are Hindus. And what way? She wrote three ways are there. One is that we believe in the law of karma. They believe in the law of karma, law of cause and effect. Number one. Number two, they believe in rebirth. Many of the American celebrities, they are happy to say that they will have a next birth. And the third thing, which brought a lot of joy in their heart, is that spiritual life is true, and in that sense all religions could be true, provided we follow the path of religion, provided we follow that path for our spiritual freedom. You know, in the Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna said to Arjuna, I will be teaching the same yoga which I myself, as the original teacher, taught to Vivaswat. So, and Vivaswan Manave Praha, Manurikswaka Vibravit, like that he says. And he says afterwards that Evam Parampara Praptam. So, this way, through the tradition, this knowledge has come down. But what happened? Why do I come again? So he says, Sakalene hamahata yogo nastah parantapa. Due to long passage of time, that yoga has lost its vitality. So I am that original teacher. I have come to give you that yoga in its original form, because I am the original teacher. And so wonderfully it has been commented by Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya says that yoga was lost, or the yoga lost its vitality, because it has been taught generations after generations by people who had goals other than spiritual ones. Religion, spirituality was taught by people who had political goals, economic goals, not spiritual goals. Sri Ramakrishna said all religions are true provided spiritual freedom is your destination. You have the goal as spiritual freedom, not a political goal or anything. So they were charmed by Sri Ramakrishna's approach, that he validated the genuinity in all religions. He did not validate all religions as such. The genuineness in all religions. That is why you will see that Sri Ramakrishna gave an example that a house has got different doors. Some doors are meant for the sweepers to come in. Some doors are the front doors. So means they are doors but not with the same kind of importance and respect. So if we take spiritual life as a means to achieve our spiritual freedom, then only that life, it may be affiliated to any religion or any way of spiritual life, would be genuine, would be true. Otherwise, not. Even Sri Krishna says in the Gita almost the similar thing, that yepyanya devata bhaktya bhajante shraddhayanvita. He says that there are people who worship different gods. Anya devata, some gods with small g, gods, small gods, but they are devoted completely to gods. That those gods know that they are also following my path. This is the acceptance, the way of acceptance. We do not accept all religions as they are, but we accept all religions when they are leading genuine seekers to genuine spiritual freedom. That is the goal in life. So, this way we have to understand. And this is the message. Who is that lady, that editor, Lisa Miller, wanted to stress upon? All religions are true. And when you accept that you are a Hindu, she is calling us a Hindu, those who accept that idea. And many in America in those days, maybe some 15 years ago, who are Hindus like that. Sri Ramakrishna has broken the barriers, many social barriers which stand in the way of our genuine spiritual search. We are spiritual seekers, but actually speaking, we are following a path of do's and don'ts. What we should do and what we should not. Whole day is spent on that. Means rituals or some forms and norms, not concentrating much on our own spiritual goal, meditation, japa. So, how to sit, where to sit, when to sit, these things matter a lot. But what for? That is the main question. You wash your feet 1,000 times, that does not make us spiritual. As Kabir says, that there are aquatic animals like crocodiles, fishes, they are always in water. They would have realized God because they are washing themselves constantly. So these do's and don'ts, they are not real spiritual life. Spiritual life, when you are trying to search for your spiritual freedom. And what is spiritual freedom? Spiritual freedom is that which makes us free from repeated births and deaths. Repeated births and deaths means samsara. So that is what is the speciality of Sri Ramakrishna. And of course, other two are also Hindu ideals. In Europe, we see many times our Hindu people, they try to show to others how they are strictly Hindus. But you will see that there is no question of meditation, japa, or prayer. These things have no place in their life. But all do's and don'ts. Whether you will put on pants or saris, whether you will put on this type of tilak or this type of marks, These are very important, but they have no time to sit for meditation, sit for japa. So once in one of these such meetings, I said, in Europe, we should always remember that all Hindus in Europe do not come from India. And all Hindus in Europe do not come from outside Europe. That means these do's and don'ts are not serious matters. They have got their effect. Even Europeans, like Lisa Miller in America, they could be happy to call themselves Hindus, even though they do not follow our norms and forms, but they practice spiritual life. That is what we have learned from the life of Sri Ramakrishna. He rejuvenated the spirit of religious life. It should be a way of life. Hindu Dharma was a way of life. Shankaracharya says, Dividho hi vedokta dharma, pravritti lakshana, nivritti lakshanascha, praninam sakshat, abhyudaya and nishreyasa hetuhu. He said there are two types of dharmas for humanity. During the time of the Vedas, that may be some 8,000 or more years before Christ, that time the word dharma has been used. Two types of dharmas. One is the dharma of the monks, another is the dharma of the householders. Two dharmas based on the ashramas. Monks should follow the ashrama, brahmacharya and sannyasa to realize moksha. Moksha should be the goal. They say that all roads lead to Rome. Is it true? Many roads lead to Alsur. From Bangalore airport, yesterday we saw the road lead us to Alsur, not Rome. So why all roads lead to Rome? There is an adage, provided Rome is our destination. Similarly, if spiritual freedom is our destination, all roads will lead to that. So, two ways of the monks and ways of the householders. And for the householders, there are 4 ashramas: Brahmacharya, Garastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa, leading to moksha, spiritual realization. Moksha, freedom from bondage, bondage of repeated birth and death. And these are called dharmas. Dividohi vedokta dharma. Dharma is not religion there because the word religion did not appear at that time. Religion came when these monotheistic religions, which are very narrow-minded, parochial, these religions came into existence much later, like Sikhism, Buddhism, Christianity, Mohammedanism, etc. So therefore the word dharma at that time meant the way of life. Way of life for the monks, way of life for the householders. I am trying to say a thing here which is very important and which has been dealt with in the Gita in the 5th chapter, 4th chapter partially. Sri Krishna has dealt with that. Talks about jnana and bhakti and karma together. So in the Gita, at the end of every chapter, you will see that this chapter ends with this. What is that? Na yoga shastri. So Sankhya and Yoga Shastra. Sankhya means Jnanam, and Yoga Shastra means Karma and Bhakti mixed together. These are the two things to all through the Gita is repeated at the end of every chapter. So, look at the life of in the household. No four parts. Brahmacharya, Garhastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa leading to moksha, not there. We are born in the household, we live there, and we die there. That is why you will see that Grija Sutras and also all the formalities or rituals about Shraddha ceremony after death. These are meant for the life in the household. So we have just deleted the three other ashramas. Only one ashram is there. So the path of moksha became very difficult. So even during the time of Sri Krishna, he thought this is a very serious matter. Even the Manu Samhita also says, in Kali Yuga there is only one ashrama, Grihastha ashrama. And see, Sri Ramakrishna came at a time when these monotheistic religion had their way. But he still continued with the same Vedic tradition as a way of life, dharma as a way of life. And there, the life in the household is the main support for all other ashramas. Main support. We do come from the household as monks. So Sri Ramakrishna is speaking in the gospel, you will see, to the householders. It has happened once in the spiritual history of mankind that we have a teacher who has taken practical problems seriously. And according to Sri Ramakrishna's own version, there is no problem in this world. There are challenges. And when you convert a problem into challenge, you see that there is a way to get out of this because you have to prove yourself. A challenge is there to prove yourself, how you are prepared to face this. Problem means you can just assign the responsibility to somebody else. Blame someone, create a devil. Devil created the problem. No, challenge. You stand up against it. Sri Ramakrishna talks with these people who is day and night facing practical challenges in life. In life, not in thought. In life. And he is talking with them. And what type of challenge? The chronicler of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, Master Mahasaya, he came to commit suicide. Nothing could be more dangerous than this. Nothing could be more problematic or more of a challenge than this. And he came to Sri Ramakrishna. When someone wants to commit suicide, many things have failed for that person, we must know. This world could not find a solution for him. He himself could not find a solution. And there is no example before that person that there could be a solution other than committing suicide. Being so helpless, a person comes to commit suicide, comes to hate oneself. And this Master Musa came to Sri Ramakrishna with this challenge. And Sri Ramakrishna spoke with him. Transformed a person who wanted to commit suicide into an evangelist, a spiritual seeker. So see that. This is what inspires people. From the West, they look at this. How ordinary people can be transformed into extraordinary ones. How such a horrible challenge could be made a positive contribution to spiritual life for many. That is what you get from Sri Ramakrishna and his words. In India, we have all teachings. Sri Ramakrishna taught the same Vedantic truth through his gospel. There is no commandment, no command. In the Gita, you will see Sri Krishna is telling, I have told you, spent lot of time explaining things to you. Now it is up to you to decide what you want to do. You want to do. Yathechasi tatha kuru. Whatever you want, you do that. Even the Yoga Sutra has said, Yatha abhimata dhyanatva. Or you take up anything of your choice and meditate on that. Meditate. Take up anything. Take up a stone. Take up a wood, a piece of wood. The cross is there. These are all stones or wood. Take up anything. Omkara is there. But meditate. You become free. So, teachings, not commandments. Commandments means you accept what I say by faith or by obedience. Accept. But I am the absolute authority. You have no choice. But here you have all choices open to you. This is what is the teaching in the gospel, you will see. Very serious book, and Sri Ramakrishna's life is therefore very serious. We feel proud to speak on Sri Ramakrishna because it is here that everybody has an acceptance. We find an acceptance. Everybody is accepted. Nobody is excluded. Nobody is rejected. Sri Ramakrishna himself did not learn arithmetic for one simple reason, that it teaches subtraction. It teaches subtraction. Who are you to reduce? You see, the law of conservation of mass energy, you cannot reduce it. Sri Ramakrishna does not want to reduce anyone. He did not learn arithmetic for this childish reason, or maybe the most serious reason for an incarnation of God. If you want to prove the avatarhood of Sri Ramakrishna, this is only one message, that everyone is accepted. Everyone. We are all different. Shape, size, color, everything different. But that's how God has created us. And therefore, it is His creation. How can it be defective? All are 100% full. I am 100% what I am. Maybe I have weaknesses. I have defects. I have difficulties too. Still, I can value myself as 100% as I am. That self-respect, that faith in one's own self will come when we look at the life of Sri Ramakrishna. And we feel so proud to present Sri Ramakrishna his teachings in those cultures. And that brings a gust of fresh air for them to breathe in and to get rejuvenated, fulfilled. Thank you very much. I stop here. Namaskar. I finished.
I'm grateful to Revered Maharaj. And now I request and, and a great honor, great privilege to stay with Maharaj at Belur Math for a long time, particularly with Revered Swami Bhuteshananji Maharaj, our 12th president. We used to, Maharaj was the reader of the Bhagavatam to Bhagavan Sri Bhuteshananji Maharaj. Sri Bhuteshananji used to call him as Patak Thakur. One who reads that Bhagavata, it's called Patak Thakur.
Sit here. They can sit.
Bhagavan also is called Thakur and Patak Thakur also. Like that, very many Thakurs are there. So Maharaj used to call him as Patak Thakur. And now all the way has come for our invitation. For many years I have been requesting him to come here, and on our request he has come. So I am very grateful to Revered Maharaj. Now our Revered Swami Atmeshwaranji Maharaj is a senior monk of the order. He is staying in our Belur Mutt, looking after the investment section. He is basically from Bangalore. Very funny way also I can put it is this one is from Bangalore and then was brought up in Belagaum, then worked in Bombay, then exported to Bahrain. Bahrain he was there for a long time, and then imported to Belur Mutt. He joined as a monk. So Revered Maharaj is a very versatile in different languages and also in puja particularly. That's why I requested today kindly do the puja Sri Ram Krishna. He has done number of pujas, Durga Puja, Kali Puja, and particularly Holy Mother's Temple in Belur Mutt. So he has done puja there and also assisted in almost all the Jayanti of Holy Mother there, staying there in Belur Mutt for 4 decades. 40 years he spent in Belur Mutt. So I request Reverend Maharaj to address you on Holy Mother.
ॐ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता हि या सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। My dear friends, what Swami Bodha Swarupanandaji said just now, he was drifting so much towards puja. I'm wondering whether he wants me to give a lecture on Holy Mother or do the puja today or tomorrow. You remember one incident you remember in the devotees of Ramakrishna will certainly remember one incident in the life of Balaram Basu, where Sri Ramakrishna says about Balaram's nature. After feeding them well on one particular day, Sri Ramakrishna says, Balaram has fed us today in the afternoon, so he will make us dance and sing in the whole day. So just like that, our Mukunda Maharaj, I had come here just to spend my time for 3 days. We had a function in Belgavi, Chartered Accountants Association. I finished that and came here thinking I'll relax a little. I got my sisters and brother here, go and meet them. But this man had a full package for me. This morning at 5 o'clock, I went for a cup of coffee. And there he tells me, Maharaj, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಗುರುಮಾಜ್ ಇವತ್ತು ನ್ಯೂ ಶೈನಲ್ಲಿ? ಸರ್ ಗುರು ಮಹಾರಾಜ್ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಡ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕಾಫಿ ಕುಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾಳೆ ಶೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳೋದು ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಎನಿವೇ, ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಟುಡೇಸ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್, I have noted down certain points on which I shall speak. It's almost lunch hour now, right? Anyway, when Sri Ramakrishna was in his physical body, he had once requested Sri Sharada Devi to go to Vishnu, to go to Sri Gayaji once and offer Pindadana there in the name of Sri Ramakrishna's mother, Chandramani Devi. So after Sri Ramakrishna's Mahasamadhi in August 1886, Holy Mother with some of her companions and disciples visited both Sri Gayaji, offered Pindadana in the name of Chandramani Devi, and then from there she goes to Bodha Gaya, to the spot where Bhagavan Gautam Buddha attained illumination. And there Holy Mother saw the comfort in which Buddhist monks were living, with decent houses, no lack of food and clothing, and such other small comforts in life. She contrasted that with the life of Sri Ramakrishna's monastic children, like Swami Vivekananda, Brahmanandaji, Shivanandaji, Paramanandaji, and all the others, who were then wandering about, leading a wandering monk's life, begging food from door to door, living under the shade of trees sometimes, in some temple premises sometimes. Her loving mother's heart was filled with sorrow at this. And with tears in her eyes, she prayed to Sri Ramakrishna, "O Lord, you incarnated yourself in this human form, spent a few days with some intimate disciples, singing, dancing, entering into samadhi, and went away. Is all your divine play to end with this? Did you come only to achieve this small purpose?" As a good Sahadharmini, Sharda Devi reminds Sri Ramakrishna, even though he was no longer in his physical body, you had come for a much higher purpose. You had come with a specific mission. That's why avatars come. As Sri Banachanji Maharaj was mentioning just now, the significance of avatarahood, the significance of Sri Ramakrishna's coming down as an avatara, etc. So Holy Mother reminds Sri Ramakrishna about this specific mission for which he had come. And then she prays in specific words, in so many words. It is my prayer to you that children who renounce the world in your name shall not lack basic food and comforts. It is my desire they should all live together, holding on to you and your ideals. And after that portion, there's a very significant portion. People afflicted by the miseries of the world will come to them, listen to your teachings, and find peace of mind. So this comfortable hall in which we are sitting today, all the ashramas that the Ramakrishna Mutt and the Ramakrishna Mission have all over the world, including the one in Germany, have all sprung up because of this passionate prayer of the Holy Mother Sri Sharada Devi. We all owe her a very good thanks for that. What I'm going to say today is, perhaps, yes, I'll digress a little. In the course of his talk, Revered Banachanji Maharaj was mentioning about do's and don'ts in spiritual life. I'm not going to talk about Sri Sharada Devi from that perspective of do's and don'ts. We'll find that in the books. But what I'm going to say today is perhaps, why perhaps, all of you have certainly read many, many times in books, have heard about the same incidents from many Swamis who have given lectures in various places. But even then, in Sanskrit, there is an old adage which says, "Na mantranam jamita asti." That is, in the spiritual journey, repetition is not a sin. It is not a defect. Because our minds are so much tuned towards going outside that the Kathopanishad tells us, "Paranchi khani vetranat swayambhu, tasmat parant pashati." We do not go inside but look outside all the time. The Indriyas have been, our Indriyas have been so given to us that they always want to go outside. The natural propensity is to go outside, not inside. So, by constant repetition, the Upanishads, the Gita, our teachers, our Shastras try to drive the other way so that we can go inwards. We become Abhritta Chakshu, go inward and go inside and stay in a spiritual journey. Once at the Kashipur Garden House, Holy Mother was sitting in Sri Ramakrishna's room during his last days. As you all know, Sri Ramakrishna was then suffering from severe throat cancer. One day, Sri Ramakrishna was just staring at Sharda Devi. ಏನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಮದರ್ನ. ಸೊ ಮದರ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಸ್, ಏನು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಯಾಕೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಸೇಸ್, ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾನೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ, ನೀನೇನು ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡೋದು ನನಗೆ? ಸೊ ಮದರ್ ಸೇಸ್, ನಾನು ಹೆಂಗಸು, ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡಲಿ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಆ ಥರ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ತುಂಬ ಕೆಲಸ ಇದೆ ನನಗೆ. ದಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕಟಾ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವಾಮಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ವರ್ಮ್ಸ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ದೆಮ್. So this is how Sri Ramakrishna trained and gave the burden of his work, passed on the burden of some of his work to his consort, divine consort, Sri Sharadamani Devi. Once one devotee directly asked the Holy Mother, Mother, in the case of other incarnations, after the incarnations passing away, their message was carried forward by their disciples. But in the case of Sri Ramakrishna, why is it that you, his Sahadharmini, have been assigned this task? And Holy Mother's spontaneous reply was, have you not read, have you not heard that Sri Ramakrishna looked upon everyone as mother? And it is to broadcast, to teach people this motherhood of God, that it is for this reason that he has left me behind. So Sri Radha Devi, even though she, the Jagat Janani, had been left back by Sri Ramakrishna to specially propagate the motherhood of God. As Sri Ramakrishna says in many places in the Vachanamrita, Vachanaveda, the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, the Kathamrita, the word Ma is a very loving word. Everyone understands the mother's love. Everyone understands the mother love easily. No one has to teach us how a mother's love, what a mother's love is. So, she was left behind to teach the motherhood of God. We call Sri Sharda Devi Asanga Janani, perhaps because she prayed to Sri Ramakrishna for this Sangha, for these buildings to come up, monasteries to come up. And again, she was Sangha in many other respects also. Swami Vivekananda, as we all know, was thinking about attending the Parliament of Religions in Chicago from his days in Khetri, in Madras in those days. And when he came to Belgavi also, he confesses to Haripada Mitra. In fact, Haripada Mitra says to him, you should go and speak at the Parliament of Religions. You're such a brilliant Swami at this young age, and go and talk about Hinduism to the outside world. Swamiji says, yes, I want to go, but unless I receive Holy Mother's permission and unless she blesses me, I shall not venture out. Ultimately, Mother's letter did come and said, yes, my child, my dear Naren, please go. You will get success at the Parliament of Religion. With this blessing, Naren started for Chicago and America, and the rest is history. Once when Holy Mother was staying at what is called today the Old Mutt, Nilambar Babu's house, a disciple, Umesh Babu, sorry, not Umesh Babu, I'm sorry. When Mother was staying in Nilambar Babu's house, sitting on the steps of the Ganga, the ghats of the Ganga, meditating. Suddenly she sees Sri Ramakrishna coming from behind her and entering into the waters of the Ganges and the Ganga, Mother Ganga, and merging in the Mother Ganga. And immediately from behind, Naren comes, Vivekananda comes there, followed by thousands of people behind him, thousands of devotees behind Naren. Naren also enters the Ganga, takes the Ganga water in his hands where Sri Ramakrishna has entered, sprinkles them upon all the people, assembled people, the thousands of people, uttering, shouting, Jai Ramakrishna, Jai Ramakrishna, Jai Ramakrishna. And Holy Mother sees that no sooner did Naren sprinkle this water than all those devotees are emancipated. They are eliminated, they attain liberation. After this sight, mother could not enter the Ganga, could not touch the Ganga with her feet, fearing that she would be treading upon Sri Ramakrishna's body. Like all these incidents we are saying is like what? We are ourselves purifying our indriyas by dipping our lives into this purity, into Ganga. The Holy Mother's life itself is a Ganga. You remember that incident in mother's life in Jarambati when Nalini, I think, Nalini Didina, a crow or something sat on her, or she touched a crow. She comes and complains to mother, "What shall I do now? I have been defiled." Mother's place sprinkle her, change your cloth, change your sari. She was not satisfied. Then she says, "Sprinkle a little Ganga water on you." Even then, Nalini was not satisfied. Then Holy Mother says, "In that case, touch me. That is enough." So Mother gives a certificate that she was Pavitrata Swarupinni, was Abhidhanandaji described as him to Holy Mother. Pavitrata Swarupinni. Mother acknowledges here, if you touch me, you're purified then and there. We cannot touch Holy Mother, of course, in a physical form, but uttering her name, discussing her life like we are discussing today, reading her biographies and listening to her events in her life will certainly purify us. And that's the meaning. That's the meaning of all these sanghas that we have. Like this morning, I was explaining to a group of maybe 4 or 5 ladies. They're saying, "What are you doing here?" I said, I asked them, "What are you doing here?" And I was going for the puja. They said, "Satsanga marte devi." Satsanga andre ಏನು? ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಠ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಡಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಭಜನೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ನೀವು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಬರೀತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಸತ್ಸಂಗ, SATSANG ಎಂದು ಬರೀತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ಇಫ್ somebody asks you, ಸತ್ಸಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ ನೀವು in English? What did you do in satsanga? You only say, they sat and they sang. You sat and you sang. That is satsanga. Then we worship Sharada Devi, saying like Sri Ramakrishna is Sarvadeva Devi Sarupa. Holy Mother will say Sarvadeva Devi Sarupini. Now, in how many ways does this epithet fit on Holy Mother? Let us go to the beginning. When Ramchandra Mukhopadhyay, Holy Mother's father, once wanted to go on a visit on a tour to Calcutta to make some money, he had a dream of Lakshmi. So he said, "The time is auspicious. I can go now to collect some funds for my family. I can go to Calcutta now." Holy Mother's mother, Shama Sundari Devi, had gone to the village of Shihor, as all of us know, and there, wanting to answer nature's calls, she goes and sits under a bilva tree. And from the bilva tree, a little girl of supreme beauty, with various divine ornaments on her body, with a soft, tender baby hands, comes and clasps Shamasundar Devi from behind and says, "Ami tumar ghore elamma." I have come to your family, mother, she says. Shamasundar Devi becomes unconscious. Later discovers that that little baby has entered her womb. So Mother Lakshmi, Sharada Devi, Mother Lakshmi has come in the body of Sri Ram, in the body of Sri Sharada Devi. In Bengali, there's a lovely song, "Vaikuntha hote lakhyelo prithivire matite." They say Mother Lakshmi has come from Vaikuntha to this earth in the body of Sharada Devi in Jairambati. Then Sri Ramakrishna would always say that she is Saraswati. She has hidden her beauty this time so that in this Kali Yuga, people might not commit sin by staring at her beauty. Then in Atpur, when Swami Baburam, Swami Premanandaji Maharaj's mother wanted to worship Mother Durga in an image as done in Bengal, Swamiji came to know of this. He says, "Has Baburam gone mad? Forgetting this living Durga, Mother Sharada, he wants to worship Mother Durga in image? Has Baburam gone mad?" This was what. And once we all know that famous incident from Kamarpukur, when mother was going back from Kamarpukur to Jairambati. It was twilight, almost the sun is about to set. Mother is walking in front, and Sri Ramakrishna's nephew, na? Shivaram, he was a small child then. He is following her a few steps behind. After some time, Holy Mother did not hear Shivaram's steps behind him. So she stopped and turned back and see what Shivu was doing. And she saw that Shivu was standing there, not walking. So he shouts, Are Shivu, chole aay, chole aay. Keno dani padli? He said, Come, come, why have you stopped there? And he said, No, no, you go. You answer one question, I will come. Who are you? He said, Who am I? I am your auntie. Come, come, come. What is it? You are my auntie, nothing else. No, I'm your auntie. That's all. Okay, then go. I'm not coming. Again, Holy Mother said, Arey, don't delay. It's going to be sunset soon. In the dark, we can't find our way to Jarambati easily. Please come. Don't be so obstinate. Again, he says, No, answer my question. Who are you? Tell me who you are. Again, she said, Arey, I'm your auntie. Who else can I be? Why are you asking me this question? She would say, Okay, you're my auntie. You go. Why do you interested in my coming with you? You go. I'm not coming. Again, tell me then who you are. Then mother says, Yes, I am Mother Kali. So mother has confessed that she is Mother Kali. We saw that she is Lakshmi before she incarnated. Sri Ramakrishna calls her, certifies her to be Saraswati. Swamiji certifies her to be Mother Durga. Here we have her showing as Mother Kali. And once, when was that? When she was in Kamarpukur once again, when she would go to fetch water from the Haldar Pukur, mother would see that when she was going with the pot in her hand, Ashtasakis, who are called the Ashtasakis, the Divine Mother's companions, they would be four in front, four behind. No one else could see them. Holy Mother could see her 8 companions. As soon as others come, they would vanish. Mother would come back to her room in Kamarpukur, and these Ashtasakis would go away. Then once again, that wonderful incident at Rameshwaram, when Mother went on a South India pilgrimage, she went to worship at Rameshwaram. When she was worshipping the Rameshwara Linga, she utters spontaneously, Jamun chede gachilam, temni ache. It is just the way as I had left it. So Golap Ma, Rogin Ma was with her then. Mother, Ma tumi ki bolle? What did you say, Mother, just now? Oh, it is nothing, it is nothing, it is nothing. A slip of my tongue. But Golap Ma was not to be silenced that way. She comes back and gives the glad tidings to everyone, saying, Mother today has personally acknowledged that she had come as Sita. So these are Mother's manifestations as various divine personalities. We can come to Mother's, some incidents in Mother's life showing her motherly love, how she looks upon all of us, even the Westerners, as her own children. Her large, loving mother's heart could not leave out anyone. When Mother was staying in the Dakshineshwar with Sri Ramakrishna, as we all know, was a very hard taskmaster. He had given instructions to his young disciples, Naren, Rakha, Latu, Baburam, all these people, that they must not eat much at night. They should just eat 1 or 2 rotis and do meditation throughout the night. If you eat much at night, you will be sleepy, drowsy, you can't do any meditation. In fact, he asked Latu once, he asked, Have you come here to sleep? Anyway, once by way of conversation, Sri Ramakrishna asked one of the devotees, Latu or Baburam, how many rotis did you eat? So he gives a number much beyond what was fixed for him too. Then he says, Why? So many rotis? Who gave you? No, Holy Mother gave me. Call her here. Then he summoned her. Mother came to his room in Dakshineshwar. Why are you giving them so many rotis? It seems. Then Holy Mother said, Yes, I give 7 rotis to Rakhal, 6 to Baburam, 5 to Latu, 4 to Gopal, Bodo Gopal, etc. Something, this figure she gave. What? So many rotis? How will they meditate then? Mother says, you don't worry about the meditation. And don't take them to task just because they're eating 2 extra rotis. And as to their spiritual future, I will take care of them. Don't have to worry about it. Sri Ramakrishna was waiting for this very answer. He wanted Mother to take the burden of his children. He wanted her to manifest her motherly nature, to manifest her motherhood. So instead of being perturbed or disturbed, Sri Ramakrishna felt very, very happy. ನಾನು ಭಾರ ತಗೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ಅವಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಮುಖದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ತುಂಬ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗಿದ್ದರು ಅವರು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಡಿವೋಟೀಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ನಿವೇದಿತಾ ದೆನ್ ಮಿಸಸ್ ಓಲೆ ಬುಲ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಾಗ ನರೇನ್ ವಾಸ್ ವರೀಡ್ ಹೌ ಮದರ್ ವುಡ್ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ his Western disciples. But Holy Mother, in her extremely like universal mother's nature, she made them her own at the very first meeting. In fact, Nivedita was so impressed with Holy Mother's behavior and conduct that she comments. She used to say, Mother, even to pray in your presence seems to be too noisy. In your presence, one must just sit silently and bask in the glory of your love, in the sunlight of your love. That's what these Western disciples could feel about the Holy Mother. Once in Jairambati, a very touching incident, once in Dakshineshwar, a very touching incident happened. Sri Ramakrishna had a very weak stomach, as we all know, weak digestion. So Holy Mother would cook some very simple food for him. We call that sabji chhol and bhat, double boiled rice. She was once bringing it from Dinabat, taking it, coming to Sri Ramakrishna's room in Dakshineshwar. As she was about to step on the steps to Sri Ramakrishna's room, one lady suddenly comes out from somewhere and tells, Mother, my amakadin. Mother, give it to me, I'll take it to Sri Ramakrishna. And Mother gave it to her. And this lady goes to Ramakrishna's room, places the plate of food on the floor, and she goes away. And a little while, Holy Mother follows her, spreads Ramakrishna's asana for his meal, and she also sits on the floor beside him. Sri Ramakrishna does the achmana and is about to eat the food, but he sees that the food can't go into his mouth. And he asks Holy Mother, Okay, thala keno dile? Why did you give that lady that thala? Don't you know her character is not good? Holy Mother says, Jani, I know. Aski Josho kore khe now. Try to eat something today. Sri Ramakrishna tried his best, but could not eat. Holy Mother again with joined hand, she says, You eat today. From next time onwards, I will try to bring it myself. Then Sri Ramakrishna says, Promise me that in future you will not give it to anyone else, but you yourself will bring. And Holy Mother still could not compromise on her motherhood. She says, My Lord, I shall try to bring your meal myself all the time. But if anyone calls me mother, I cannot refuse them. You have to excuse me on this count. So Holy Mother's motherhood, even Sri Ramakrishna could not disturb. So she manifested her motherhood of God in this fashion. Once Dr. Kanjilal, all of you must have heard about Dr. Kanjilal, was very close to Holy Mother, a doctor by profession. His second wife comes and he requests Holy Mother, Mother, please bless my husband that his practice will increase. He'll have a lot of patients to come and buy medicine so that we can have a comfortable life. Mother says, what are you saying? You want my children to fall sick? That they should come and take more medicines from you for your prosperity? I can never do that. I can't make my children fall sick so that your husband will prosper and make money. It is not possible for me to say that. Then once in one other touching incident, Swami Vishveshwarananda was a very great scholarly Swami. He saw when he was in Jairambati, he saw that Holy Mother would never call her sannyasin disciples by their monastic names, but only by their pre-monastic names. Like Baneshanda would be called, what is your name? Mahitosh Maharaj. Atmeshanda would be called Vidyasagar. He would be called Mukunda Maharaj. He would never call us sannyasin disciples or sannyasin children by their monastic names. So this Vishweshwarananda asks Holy Mother, Mother, why is it? Why do you do like this? Then Mother said, I am after all their mother. Can a mother renounce her children? You are children to me, whether you become a sannyasi or whatever it is, you are a child. You are a child to me. So mother always will call her child by her not by the monastic name, but by the given name. Almost coming to an end. Through 3 minutes, I'll be through. I was just reading here just now. If I read these messages of the Holy Mother, whole life has been given here. If I had come and seen it in the morning, I needn't have prepared all this at all. Our whole life has been given here in the veranda here. They have put a beautiful message here. Holy Mother's last message in this inner incarnation. Don't find fault with anyone. Try to make the world your own. If you want peace of mind, this is the only solution. And this is the highest Advaitic teaching actually. In the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, it is said, Natu patyu kamaya pati priyam bhavati. Atmanastu kamaya pati priyam bhavati, which means it is not for the sake of the husband that the husband is loved, but it is for the sake of the Atman which dwells in all that the husband is loved. Similarly, natu jayaya kamaya jaya priyam bhavati, atmanastu kamaya jaya priyam bhavati. Similarly, not for the sake of, it is not for the sake of the wife that the wife is dear to the husband, but because the Atman, the same Atman dwells in the wife, it is for that reason that the wife is dear to the husband, and so on. It goes on. Vittasya kamaya, puttasya kamaya, etc., etc., etc. And the last line, the punch line is Natu sarvasya kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. Atmanasu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. That's once again saying sarvam khalavidam brahma. Mother's teaching, don't find fault with anyone. Learn to make the world your own. No one is a stranger, my child. This is the highest Advaita Jnana. And what blessing has she given us? She is our best insurance policy without paying any premium. What has she said? When you are in trouble, remember me, your mother. What is there to fear? I am there to protect you. Just call on me. She wants us to come to her. You don't have to do much of austerities, etc. Nothing. Just call on her and she'll respond. There is no doubt about that. All of you heard about this 51 Shakti Peethas in India. In the reincarnated Sati, when the Laksha performed at Yajna and did not invite Shiva, Sati commits suicide there. Shiva comes dancing Shiva Tandava, takes Sati's dead body corpse on his shoulders and starts his Shiva Tandava dancing. Brahma is worried. The world is about to collapse. Mahapralaya is about to come. So they send Vishnu to go and repair and do some prevent this damage. Vishnu comes there, cuts mother's body in 51 different pieces, into different 51 pieces. And wherever a part of mother's body has fallen, has become one Shakti Peetha. Accordingly, we have got 51 Shakti Peethas in India. But Mahapurush Maharaj, Swami Shivanandaji, our second president, he comments, he made a very wonderful comment. In the incarnate Sati, we had 51 Shakti Peethas. But in Belur Mutt, I do not know how many of you have gone to Belur Mutt, most of you must have gone. In Belur Mutt, the Divine Mother's whole body is lying in that small shrine. So we can imagine how powerful that shrine is. Mother wants us, her children, just to go to her, just call her mother. Like once Shamasundari Devi was lamenting, to whom have I given my daughter in marriage? She will never have children. She will never have the joy of hearing someone calling her Ma, Ma, Ma. But Sri Ramakrishna tells her, I will give her, don't be worried about my mother-in-law, don't be worried about this. I will give your daughter such jewels as children that her ears will ache by listening to their call of Amma, Amma. But this has not been completely true. I remember in one of his lectures, Swami Bhuteshananji Maharaj, our 12th president, he was commenting on this particular incident. He says, Thakur's saying that Holy Mother's ears will ache by hearing that call of Mother, Mother has not been completely fulfilled. It's partially true only. Today, crores of children, thousands of children call her Mother, 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 but Mother has never turned her back to any of us. So may we all pray that she will continue to be Snehena Badnasi Manoshmadiyam. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu.
We are grateful to Revered Swami Atmeshwaranji Maharaj for his wonderful discourse on Holy Mother. It was a meditation for all of us to visualize Holy Mother while he was talking. Now I request Revered Swami Tyagishwaranji to talk to you in Kannada on Swami Vivekananda. And Revered Swami Tyagishwaranji Maharaj served Alsur Mutt for 24 long years. He was here. All the developments which you have seen, he was a part of it. And he spent, that, as I told, 24 years, long years here in the Revered Swami. He worked under Revered Swami Raghveshanji Maharaj after the affiliation. I mean, becoming the branch center of the order. Before that, it was sub center of Basavangudi Ashrama. At that time, he was with other Swamijis also. and now is the head of our Davangere Center. Yes, I request Reverend Swami Tyagishwaran Jimas to address you all on Swami Vivekananda and his teachings.
No more. This is enough. Enough. नमः श्री यतिराजाय विवेकानंद सूरये सच्चित्सुख स्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे. Respected senior swamis on the dais and after dais, all the senior monks, my pranams to them, and dear devotees. Some few requested morning to speak in Kannada. Maharajas was telling it to speak in Kannada. So most of them, they know Kannada and English more. They can understand. But let us say you already heard 2 lectures. Now, we'll let us chant little Namavali in 2-3 minutes. You are agreeing with me? Yes, please repeat after me. हे कल्पतरु हे विश्वगुरु हे प्रेम रूप अवतार हे कल्पतरु हे विश्वगुरु हे प्रेम रूप अवतार हे शारदापति जगतपति हे शारदापति जगतपति तुम करो मम उद्धार तुम करो मम उद्धार हे कल्पतरु हे विश्वगुरु हे प्रेम रूप अवतार हे शारदापति जगतपति तुम करो मम उद्धार रामकृष्ण शरणं रामकृष्ण शरणं रामकृष्ण शरणं शरण्ये प्रभु रामकृष्ण शरणं रामकृष्ण शरणं कृपा ही केवलं कृपा ही केवलं कृपा ही केवलं शरण्ये प्रभु प्रभु रामकृष्ण शरणं रामकृष्ण शरणं रामकृष्ण शरणं शरण्ये प्रभु शरणागतहं 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 शरण्ये प्रभु शरणाग प्रभु शरणागतहं 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 शरण्ये ನಮಃ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರವೇ ನಮಃ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರವೇ ನಮಃ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರವೇ ನಮೋ ನಮಃ ಪ್ರಭು ನಮಃ ಪ್ರಭು ನಮಃ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರವೇ ನಮಃ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರವೇ ನಮಃ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರವೇ ನಮೋ ನಮಃ ಪ್ರಭು ನಮಃ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರವೇ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಜಯ ಜಯ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ 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 ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಣಂ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಣಂ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಣಂ ಪ್ರಭು ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಣಂ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಣಂ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಣಂ ಶರಣ್ಯೆ ಜೈ ಜೈ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಣಂ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಣಂ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಣಂ ಶರಣ್ಯೆ ಜೈ ಜೈ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಣಂ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಣಂ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಶರಣಂ ಶರಣ್ಯೆ. So I heard 2 lectures, afterwards some little bhajans. So we are going to speak on Swamiji. So I will go back to the Swamiji's so many Kannadadalli matadu. Every aspects are there. Swamiji nodlikke as a boy he used to come. ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲ್ ಆಸ್ಪಿರೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಾಧಕನಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ವಾಂಡರಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದ ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಲಿಜಿಯನ್. ಅಮೆರಿಕಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ್ ಬಂದಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಲಂಬೋದಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಮೋರಾ ತನಕ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು. ತದನಂತರ ದ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಜೇಷನ್, ಫೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಜೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಂಘದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರೂ ತಮ್ಮವರನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ತುಂಬ ತೀಕ್ಷ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬುದ್ಧಿಶಕ್ತಿ, ಪ್ರಚಂಡವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಬುದ್ಧಿಶಕ್ತಿ, ವೆರಿ ಶಾರ್ಪ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಸಮಾಧಾನವಾಗಿ ವೆರಿ ತಮಾಷೆಯಾಗಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಹೀಗೆ ಅನೇಕ ಮುಖಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಕಟ್ಟಾ ವೇದಾಂತಿಯಾಗಿ, ಹಾಗೆ ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ಹರಿಯುತ್ತೆ ದೇಶವನ್ನು, ಜನವನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಮಾತೃ ಹೃದಯವನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಹೀಗೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್ ಟು ಸಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದ. ಒಂದಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ 1 or 2 or 3, ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ವೇಸ್. ಮೂಡ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಹಗಲು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಅದೇ ಮೂಡಲ್ಲಿ ದಿನಗಟ್ಟಲೆ, ವಾರಗಟ್ಟಲೆ, ತಿಂಗ್ಳುಗಟ್ಟಲೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೂಡ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ರೀತಿ. ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವುದು ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಪೀಪಲ್ಗೆ, ಕೇಳಿದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅದೇ ಸರಿ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ವೇ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡೋ ರೀತಿ ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ 1886 5th January he was studying for law. ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಕಾಶಿಪುರದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಪರಮಹಂಸರು. ಆಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡಿ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಮನೇಲಿ ಬೈತಾರೆ. ಈಗಲೂ ಮನೇಲಿ ಬೈತಾರೆ, ಯಾಕೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಎಟ್ ಹೋಮ್. ಲಾ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲೇನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀಯ ನೀನು ಕಾಶಿಪುರಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಮನೇಲಿ ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಷ್ಟರೊಳಗಾಗ್ಲೇ ಅವ್ರ ತಂದೆ ಸತ್ತೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮನೇಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಬಡತನ ಇದೆ. ಅವ್ರ ತಾಯಿ ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ಟು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಹೋಲ್ ಮಂತ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ 1000, ಇಟ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಜಸ್ಟ್ 30 rupees. 1,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅವ್ರ ತಾಯಿ ಅವರಪ್ಪ ಇದ್ದಾಗ. ದಟ್ 1000 to reduce to the family complete expenditure to the only 30 rupees. You can understand what is the condition for her. ಆ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ನು, ತಂದೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು, ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣರ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು, ಈತನಿಗೆ ವೈರಾಗ್ಯ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಭಗವಂತನ ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ಕಾರ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಹೆವಿ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ಹೋಲ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ಹಿಮ್, ಬಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಓದಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮನೇಲಿರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಕಾಶಿಪುರ್ ಗಾರ್ಡನ್ಗೂ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಹಾಶಯ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದರು, ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಪರಮಹಂಸರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಆವಾಗ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ಲಿ 86 ಅಂದರೆ 63ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿರೋದು, 73, 83ಗೆ 23 ವರ್ಷದ ಹುಡುಗ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ 23 years old. ಅವನಿಗೆ ಭಗವಂತ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಆತನಿಗೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಹಾಶಯಂಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಹಾಶಯಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ದ, ಮನೇಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬೈತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀಯ ಅಂತ. ನಿಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ಬೈದ್ರೇನೋ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಬೈಲಿಲ್ಲ, ತಿಂಡಿ ತಿನ್ನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅವತ್ತೇನೋ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಅಡುಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಅದನ್ನು ಅಮ್ಮ ಬಡಿಸಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ದ. ಆಮೇಲಿಂದ ಪರಮಹಂಸ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋದ. ಪರಮಹಂಸ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ನನಗೆ ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ಕಾರ ಬೇಕು, ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಏನೇನೋ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು, ನನಗೇನು ಏನು ಕೊಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಇಷ್ಟು ದಿವಸ ಬಂದ್ರೂ, ಯು ಡೂ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮೀ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. 5th January 1886 ಅವತ್ತು ಗಾಸ್ಪಲ್ ತೆಗೆದು ನೋಡಿ, 86ನೇ ಇಸ್ವಿ 1886 5th January, ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ಸ್ ಟು ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ, ಡೂ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮೀ ಅಂತ. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಪರಮಹಂಸ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಮೊದಲು ನೀನು ಮನೆ ಜನಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಊಟ ತಿಂಡಿ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಮಾಡು, ನಿನ್ನ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡೋಣ ಅಂತ. ಇವನಿಗೆ ಓದೋಕ್ಕೂ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಪುಸ್ತಕ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಲರ್ಜಿ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ, ಮನೆಗೆ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಏನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಭಗವಂತನೇ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ವೈರಾಗ್ಯ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬಂದ. ಪರಮಹಂಸರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಈ ಥರ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಮೊದಲು ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಮಾಡೋರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಂತ. ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಹಾಶಯ ಅವರು ಮೇಲ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು. ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಹಾಶಯ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನೋಡಿ ಅವ್ನಿಗೆ ಏನು ವೈರಾಗ್ಯ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ, ಯಾವ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ ನೋಡು, ಇದೇ ವೈರಾಗ್ಯ ಅಂತ ನಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು. ನೋಡು, ದುಡ್ಡು ಕಾಸು ಸಂಗ್ರಹ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದ್ವಿ, ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 10 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಯಾರಿಗಾರ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಇವನಿಗೆ ದೇವರು ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಈ ವಯಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಯುವಕ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ವರ್ಲ್ಡನ್ನ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಹಣ ಸಂಪಾದನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವನಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ನೋಡು, ಭಗವಂತನ ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ಕಾರ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಇರಲಿ ತಾಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಹಾಶಯ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬಿಂದು ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಯಾರೋ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ, ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ದ. ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಗಾಡೀಲಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ, ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೋ ಹೋಗಿ ಒಂದು 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಅವ್ರ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಮನೆಗೆ 3 ತಿಂಗಳಿಗಾಗಷ್ಟು ಸಾಮಾನೆಲ್ಲ ತೆಗೆದು ದಿನಸಿ ಇಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ತಾನೆ. ಬಂದಾಗ ಅವತ್ತು ಅಮಾವಾಸ್ಯೆ. ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ, ನಾನು ದಕ್ಷಿಣೇಶ್ವರಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ಇವತ್ತು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕತ್ಲೆ ಕಣೋ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೂ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ದುನಿಯಾ ಆಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಒಂದು 2-3 ಜನ ಭಕ್ತರು ಹೋದರು. ನೈಟು ಹೋಗಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಪರಮಹಂಸರು, ಆ ಪಂಚಮುಂಡಿ ಆಸನ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಿಲ್ವಂಬರದ ಹತ್ರ ಹಾಕಬೇಡ ಬೆಂಕಿನ, ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಮದ್ದುಗುಂಡೊಂದು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಇದೆ, ಅವರು ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ನವ್ರು ಗಲಾಟೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನೀನು ಪಂಚವಟಿ ಕಡೆ ಹಾಕು ಅಂತ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕತ್ಲಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಧ್ಯಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾನೆ. ದಿಸ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಒನ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹಿಮ್. ಇದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ದೊಡ್ಡವರಾದರು, ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ದೇಹತ್ಯಾಗ ಆಯಿತು, ತಿರುಗಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದರು. ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಇದೇ ಬೆಳಗಾಂ ಹರಿಪದ ಮಿತ್ರ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೇಲಿ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮಹಾನ್ ಪಂಡಿತ ಇದ್ದು ಬೆಳಗಾಮಲ್ಲಿ, ಅವರು ಬಾಟೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪರಿಚಯ ಆಯಿತು. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹರಿಪದ ಮಿತ್ರ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವನು ಬೇಕಷ್ಟು ಓದಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅವನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಇದೆ. he feels himself is very proud. I well read everything, I know I can answer for any question, anything like this. He made his own way of philosophy. ಆಗ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಬಹಳ ಸಮಾಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಅವನು ಹೇಳೋದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರವಾಕ್ಯದ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಹೊಡೆದಾಕ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವನಿಗೆ ಕೋಪ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಕುಣಿದಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಏನು ಬೇಜಾರು, ಬಟ್ ಭಕ್ತರು ಮನೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಕೋಪ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೇನೆ ಇವನು ಅಂತ. ಅವರು ಹಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನೋಡಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನಿರು. ತಮಾಷೆಯಾಗಿ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಜೋಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ. ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅದು ತಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ನು ಮಾಡೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೊಡೆದಾಕ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಗ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನೋಡು, ಅನ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ಡ್ ಹಾರ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕುದುರೆ ರೈಡರ್ ಇರ್ತಾನಲ್ಲ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಈ ಶುಡ್ ಕ್ಲೈಮ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಹಾರ್ಸ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಕುದುರೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಹತ್ತಬೇಕು, ರೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಬೀಳ್ದಾಗ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಟಯರ್ಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತದು, ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಕೇಳುತ್ತೆ. ಇವನು ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಅಂತಾರೆ ಅವರು. ಇವನು ದಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಾರ್ಸ್. ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಐ ಸ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆನ್ ಹಿಮ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ರೈಡ್, ಬಟ್ ಹಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಟೈರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ. ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಅವನವನು ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸೋತೋಗ್ತಾನೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಇದು ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಎಲ್ಲೋದ್ರೂ ಅವ್ರ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ತಾವು ಕೋಪ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಲಿ ಇಸ್ ಟು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ದ ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್, ಫಾರ್ ರೈಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್, ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ದೆನ್ ಈ ಇಸ್ ಟು ಕೀಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಕಾಮ್. ಬೇರೆಯವರೆಲ್ಲ ಕೋಪ ಕೂಗಾಟ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಅದ್ರ ಮಧ್ಯನೂ ಜೋಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು ಅಪೋನೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಇರಿಟೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತದು, ಬೇರೆಯವರೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡೋರಿಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ವಾಸ್ತೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲೊಬ್ಬ ಆರ್ಯ ಸಮಾಜದ ಒಬ್ಬ ಚವಿ ದಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದರು. ಅವರು ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆಯವರು ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ದಿವಸ. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಅವರು ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಪೂಜೆ ಕಡ್ರಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಆರ್ಯ ಸಮಾಜದಾದ್ರಿಂದ. ಅವನು ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರು ಉಪನಿಷತ್ತೆಲ್ಲ ಆಧಾರ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಪೂಜೆನೇ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠ ಅಂತ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಗೆ ಅವನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತೋ ಏನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಇವರು. ಎಷ್ಟು ಉಪನಿಷತ್ತುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನಿದೆ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಕೋಟೆಡ್, ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಪೂಜೆನೇ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠ ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಅವ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸೆಲೆಂಡರ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇವರು ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನದು ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಹಿ ವಾಸ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲಿಂಗ್, ಲಿಂಬ್ಡಿಯ ಮಹಾರಾಜ ಇನ್ವೈಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿನ. ಲಿಂಬ್ಡಿ ಮಹಾರಾಜ ಕರೆದಾಗ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಟ್ರೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಲ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ಆಸ್ ಸಂಬಡಿ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಟಿಕೆಟ್. ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಇಸ್ಕೋತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ರೂಮ್ ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು, ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಸರಿ ಇರ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ಯಾವ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲೂ ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ರೂಮ್ ಇರೋಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಈ ಇಷ್ಟು ಆಸ್ಕ್, ನೀವೇನಾರ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಬೇಡ ನನಗೆ, ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ತೊಗೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ತೊಗೊಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೋ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಬಂದರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಈ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿಗಳಿಂದಲೇ ದೇಶ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಳಾಗೋಗಿರೋದು ಹಾಗೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇದ್ದರು. ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ದೇ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಕೇಮ್ ಸೋ ಹೈ, ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಗೆ ತಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಎದ್ದು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನೋಡು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡು, ಬುದ್ಧ, ಶಂಕರ, ಚೈತನ್ಯ, ಮಹಾಪುರುಷರು, ನಮ್ಮ ಋಷಿಮುನಿಗಳಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅನೇಕ ಜನ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿಗಳು ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಸಿ ದ ಲೈಫ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಅವ್ರು ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದನೇ ನೀನು ಇವತ್ತು ಸೌಖ್ಯವಾಗಿರೋದು, ಧರ್ಮ ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 4-5 ಜನದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಿಬ್ಬರು ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬಂತೂ ತುಂಬ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ವಿ ಡು ನಾಟ್ ನೋ, ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್, ನಾವು ಆ ಥರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ವಿ, ತಪ್ಪಾಯಿತು ನಮ್ಮದು, ಆಗ ಅಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ. ಈ ಬಿಕೇಮ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಡಿಸೈಬಲ್ಸ್. ಆಗ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಆಗಂತಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾಪುರುಷ ಮಹಾರಾಜದ್ದು ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿನಾಗಲಿ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣರಾಗಲಿ ಹೋಲಿ ಮದರ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಹೇಗಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ, ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಮಲ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಕಾಶಿಪುರ ಗಾರ್ಡನ್ ಹೌಸಲ್ಲಿ, ಒಂದೇ ಸೊಳ್ಳೆ ಪರ್ದ, ಬರೀ ದೇ ಇಸ್ ಟು ಪುಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್, ದೇ ಸ್ಲೀಪ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್. ಆಗ ಸೊಳ್ಳೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ದೇ ಇಸ್ ಟು ಪುಟ್ ಮಸ್ಕಿಟೋ ನೆಟ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್. ಆಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾಪುರುಷ ಮಹಾರಾಜ್ ತಾರಕ್ ದಾ ಮಹಾಪುರುಷ ಮಹಾರಾಜ್ ಪಕ್ಕದ ಶಿವಾನಂದರು ಅವ್ರ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಇವ್ರು ಮಲಗಿದ್ರು. ರಾತ್ರಿ ಕಣ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳಕಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಸೋ ಬ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈಟ್. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಏನು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕಣ್ಣುಜ್ಜಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 8 years ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಬಾಯ್ ಆ ಥರ ಶಿವನ ಥರ ಮಲಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಜಟಾಯ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಅಷ್ಟು ಜನ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಇರೋದಲ್ಲ, ಶಿವ ಮಲಗಿರೋದು ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಣ್ಣುಜ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನು ಕನಸಾಯಿದು ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಭಯ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು, ನಾನು ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಅಂಬತ್ತ ರಾತ್ರಿ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಕೈ ಕಾಲು ತಗಲಿ ಅಪಚಾರ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹಾಗೆ ಕೂತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಎದ್ದು ಹಾಗೆ ಕೂತಾಗೆ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಮಾಮೂಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಹೀಗಾಯಿತು ನೀವು ಮಲಗಿದ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದೇನು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಅದರಿಂದ ತಾರಕನಾಥ್ ಅವರೇ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಶಿವಾನಂದರು ಮುಂದೆ ಹಣದ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಗೆ ಮೊದಲೇ ಕಷ್ಟ. ನಮ್ಮ ಯೋಗಿನ್ ಮಹಾರಾಜ್ ಅಂತ ಒಬ್ರು ಯೋಗಾನಂದರು ಬಂದು ಒಬ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಕಾಶಿಪುರದಲ್ಲಿ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಬಾರಾನಗರ ಮಠ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಶಿಪುರ ಮಠನೇ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸು. ಯೋಗಾನಂದರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಪಕ್ಕದ ಅವರ ಹಳ್ಳಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಳು ನಮಗೆ 3-4 ಜನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು, ಗಂಡ ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ದುಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಭಾಳ ಕಷ್ಟ, ಯಾರು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋರಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರು ಕೇರ್ ತಗೋತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. 30 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸು, ಇವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ದುಡ್ಡೆಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ? 30 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಥಿಂಗ್. ಅವತ್ತು 30 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಅಂದರೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಗೆ ಸಂಬಳ 30 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇರ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು. ಆಫೀಸರ್ಗೆ ಸಂಬಳ 30 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇರ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು. ಆಗ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಕಿವಿಗೆ ಬೀಳ್ತು. ಆಗ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ತಾರಕ್ದಾ, ನಿನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಲ್ಲಿ 30 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮಪ್ಪ ನಾವು ಮನೇಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದನ್ನ, ನೀನೊಬ್ಬ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಿಂಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು 30 ರೂಪಾಯಿ, ತಗೋಬಾ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬಂದು ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಕೈ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಯೋಗಾನರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೋಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡು ಆ ಹೆಣ್ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದರೆ ಹೌ ಹಿಸ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಅವರು ಅಮ್ಮಂಗೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲೋ ದುಡ್ಡು ಇಸ್ಕೊಂಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ದಾರಿಲೋ ಯಾರೋ ಬಡವರು ಬಗ್ರು ಕಷ್ಟ ಅಂದರೆ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಮ್ಮ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲೋ ದುಡ್ಡು ತಂದೇನೋ ಮನೇಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಅಮ್ಮ 2 ದಿವಸ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವ್ರ ಮನೇಲೇ ಕಷ್ಟ, ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ತಿಂಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರು ಕಷ್ಟ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ತಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದ. ಹಾಗೆ ತಮಾಷೆನೂ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಬಾರಾನಗರ್ ಮಠದಲ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಇಷ್ಟು ಕಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಚಾಪಿಂಗ್ ದ ವೆಜಿಟೇಬಲ್ಸ್, ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್. ಚಾಕು ಮುರಿದೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಸಲ, ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಎದುರಿಗೆ ಮುರಿದೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತು. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಭಯ, ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೋ ಮುರಿದೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನೋಡೋ ಪ್ಲೇಗು ಕಾಲ್ರಾ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಜನ ಸಾಯ್ತಾರೆ, ಚಾಕುಗೆ ಪ್ಲೇಗೂ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಕಾಯ್ದವ್ರು ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಎಂಡ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಮುರಿದೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡು ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಭಯ ಆಯಿತು, ಇವ್ರೆದ್ರಿಗೆ ಮುರಿದೋಗಿ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಮುರಿದೋಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಚಾಕುಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ರನ್ನೂ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ಲೇಗೂ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಕಟ್ಟಾಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮುರಿದೋಗ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ ಅಂತ ಜೋಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಥರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ, ಟು ಗೋ ಟು ದೇರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ದೆಮ್ ಟು ದ ಹೈಯರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈಲಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಡೌನ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ನಿನ್ನ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗೋದು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಡಬೇಡ, ಆದರೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡು, ಅವ್ರ ಉನ್ನತಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇರೋ, ಅವ್ರು ಬೆಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನೀನು ನಿನ್ನ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇರೋರು ಎಳಿಬೇಡ. ಸಿ ವಾಟ್ ಎ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ಫುಲ್. ನಾವು ಕೆಲವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗದೇ ಸುಮ್ಮನಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಟ್ರಬಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಅದರ್ಥ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ ಈಗಿರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಬಾರಾನಗರ್ ಮಠದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಆಶ್ರಮ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ. ಇವರು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬೈದು ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೋಗಿ ಬರಬೇಡ ಅಂತ. ಆಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಹಾಪುರುಷ ಮಹಾರಾಜ್ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವ್ನು ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹತ್ತಿರ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕಾಗಿ ಬೈತೀಯ, ನಿನ್ನ ತಮ್ಮ ಬಂದರೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನಿರೋದು, ನಾನೊಬ್ಬ ನಿರ್ದಯಿ ನಿಷ್ಕರುಣಿ ಅಂತ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಹಾಗಲ್ಲ. ನನ್ನ ಮನೆ ಕೊಡೋರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಪ್ರೀತಿನ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಸಲಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಆಮೇಲಿಂದ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಒರಟಾಗಿ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನು ಬರೋದು ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ದೆ. ನಾನೇನು ನಿರ್ದಯಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಿಷ್ಕರುಣಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಅದೇ ಮನೇಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟು ಬಂದದ್ದು. ಆದರೆ ನಾನು ಪ್ರೀತಿನ ಮಾತಾಡಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ರಫ್ ಆಗಿ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಈಗ ಅಮೇರಿಕಾ ಜೀವನವು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ತುರಿಯಾನಂದ್ ಇದ್ದರು. ಹೇಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಮನಸ್ಸಿತ್ತು ಅಂದಕ್ಕೆ, ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಅವರು ನ್ಯೂ ಜರ್ಸಿಲೋ ಡೆಟ್ರಾಯ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಮನೆಗೆ ಇನ್ವೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು ತುರಿಯಾನಂದ್ರನ್ನ. ಅಲ್ಲೊಬ್ಳು ಲೇಡಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದ ಡಿಸೈಬಲ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ಅಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಯೋಗ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಅವರು 2 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗೆ $5 ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡೋರು. ಇದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ರು, ಈ ಅಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ನೋಡಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ನಾನು, ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಡಿಸೈಬಲ್ ಅಂತಾರಂತ. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಈ ಥರ ಒಬ್ರು ಹೆಂಗಸು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡಿಸೈಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕ್ಲಾಸೆಲ್ಲ ತಗೋತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ದುಡ್ಡು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಅವಳೊಬ್ಬಳೇ ನಾ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು, ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಆಕೆ ಜೀವನಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೋದೇನೋ, ನಾನು ಆಕೆ ನೋಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೆಸರು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಮುಖಪರಿಚಯನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದೇನೋ, ಜೀವನೋಪಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಇರಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಬಿಡು, ಏನು ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ. ಸಿ ದ ಹಾರ್ಟ್. ನಾವಾದರೆ ಅದೇನು ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ನೋಡೋ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಕೋನನೇ ಬೇರೆ. ಮಾಡಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಡೋ, ಏನೋ ಜೀವನಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡು, ಬೇಕಾಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಒಬ್ರು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಹೀಗೆ ಏನಾರ ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಎಷ್ಟರ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ಅವರ ಮನಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಅಂದರೆ, ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಇದು ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು. ಒಂದು ಸೊಳ್ಳೆ ಕಚ್ಚಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಂಬಳಿ ಹೊದಿಸೋ ಥರ ಸೊಳ್ಳೆ ಕಂಬಳಿ ಹೊತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕು ಹಾಗೆ ಸೊಳ್ಳೆ ಮುತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಶರೀರ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಇರ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಡೀಪ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇರ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು. ಹೀಗೆ ತೀವ್ರವಾದ ವ್ಯಾಕುಲತೆ, ಜಪ ಧ್ಯಾನ ಭಜನಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಳುಗಿಬಿಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಅದು ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೂ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು, ಹೀಗೆ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು ಅಂತ. ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ತಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ನಿರ್ಗತಿಕತೆ ಅಂತ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು, ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಹಿಡಿದ ಅದನ್ನು ಸಾಧಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಪಡಬೇಕು. ಅದರಿಂದ ಹೇಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೆಲವು ಮಿರಾಕಲ್ಸು ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅನೇಕ ಕಡೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನನ್ನು ಕಾಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಚಿಕ್ಕದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಹಾಗೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಪೂಜೆಗೆ ವಿರೋಧಿಸಿದರು, ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಂದರು ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ ಅವರು, ಅವರು ಎಂಬಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಟ್ಟಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಬೇಲೂರು ಮಠ ಮುಂಭಾಗ ನದಿಯಿಂದ ಬರ್ತದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಟ್ಟಡ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಗ ತುಂಬ ಬಿಸಿಲಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಮಾಡೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಕುಡಿತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಕುಡಿತಿದ್ದ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ನನಗೂ ಏನೋ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೇನೋ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವರು ವರ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ಕರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ನೋಡು, ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಖಾಲಿ, ಒಂದು ತೊಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ, ಒಂದೇ ತೊಟ್ಟು. ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೋಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕುಡಿದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಷ್ಟು ಕಳಿಸಿದನಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಅಂತ. ಆದರೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಪ್ರಸಾದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಲೀಡ್ರು ಅಂತ ಬಾಯಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಡ್ರಮ್ ಕುಡ್ದಾಗ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನು ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಕುಡ್ದ ಅಂತ. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಹೀಗಾಯಿತು ಅಂತ. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ನಕ್ಬಿಟ್ರಂತೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಏನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಆರ್ಡಿನರಿ ಸೋಲ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದರದು ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಥರ, ಒಂದಲ್ಲ ಎರಡಲ್ಲ. ಅವರು ಅಮೇರಿಕದಿಂದ ಬಂದಾಗ ಬರೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ಆಳ್ವಾರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಒಬ್ಬ ಬಡ ಮುದುಕಿ ಮನೆ ರೊಟ್ಟಿ ಚಪಾತಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು. ರಾಜ ಪರಿಚಯ ಆಯಿತು, ಅಮೇರಿಕಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ್ರು, ದೊಡ್ಡ ಹೆಗ್ಗಳಿಕೆ ಬಂತು. ಖೇತ್ರಿ ಮಹಾರಾಜ ಕಟ್ಟಿಸಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಮುದುಕಿ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಆಕೆಗೆ ಏನಂದರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದ ಅವಾಗ ತಿರುಗಾಡೋ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗ, ಈಗ ರಾಜಾಶ್ರಯದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ದೊಡ್ಡವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಹಾಗೆ ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು. ಒಂದು 2-3 ಜನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇವರೇ ಅಡುಗೆ ಸಾಮಾನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಆ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಅದು ಸಂತೋಷ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ, ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಮರದೇ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಅಲ್ಮರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವರು ಪ್ರೊಸೆಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಮೆರಿಕದಿಂದ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸೌತೆಕಾಯಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮುಸಲ್ಮಾನ್, ಅಖ್ತರ್ ಆಲಿ ಅಂತನೋ ಏನೋ, ಅಖ್ತರ್ ಆಲಿ ಅಂತನೋ ಅವನ ಹೆಸರು, ಜುಸಫುಲ್ಲಾ ಆಲಿ ಅಂತನೋ ಅಖ್ತರ್ ಆಲಿ ಅಂತನೋ, ಸ್ಮಶಾನಕಾಯಿ ಅನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ಬಡ ಮುಸಲ್ಮಾನ. ಇವ್ರು ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು. ಅವ್ನಿಗೆ ಇವ್ರು ಯಾರು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅವಾಗಿದ್ದು ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದಗೂ, ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಫೇಮಸ್ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದಗೂ ಈಗ ರಥದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಕರಿ ಅವನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹಾರ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೈಗೆ ಒಂದು 2 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಆತನಿಗೆ. ಅವ್ನು ನಾವು ಯಾರು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ನೀನು ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಉಳಿಸಿದ್ದೆ. ಅವನಿಗೆ ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ. ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ ಯಾವುದೂ ಮರೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ನಿರಹಂಕಾರ, ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಕಿಚ್ಚನ್ನೋದು ಇಲ್ಲವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಅವರು ದಿವ್ಯ ಸ್ಮೃತಿ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಈಗ ವಿಶ್ವಗುರು ಅಂತ ಆ ಪುಸ್ತಕದ ಹೆಸರು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ, ವಿಶ್ವಗುರು, ರೆಮಿನಿಸೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದರೆ ಇದರ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ನ ತುಂಬ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರ ನೀವು. ಹಾಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋದರೆ ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟಿದೆ. ಸಮಯ ಓಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಭಜನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬಿಡೋಣ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಭಕ್ತವತ್ಸಲ ಗೋವಿಂದ, ಭಾಗವತ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಗೋವಿಂದ, ಗೋವಿಂದ ಹರಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ, ಗೋವಿಂದ ಮಮ ಗೋವಿಂದ. ಭಕ್ತವತ್ಸಲ ಗೋವಿಂದ, ಭಾಗವತ ಪ್ರಿಯ ಗೋವಿಂದ, ಗೋವಿಂದ ಹರಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ, ಗೋವಿಂದ ಮಮ ಗೋವಿಂದ. ಪತಿತ ಪಾವನ ಗೋವಿಂದ, ಪರಮ ದಯಾಲೋ ಗೋವಿಂದ, ಗೋವಿಂದ ಹರಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ, ಗೋವಿಂದ ಮಮ ಗೋವಿಂದ. ನಂದ ಮುಕುಂದ ಗೋವಿಂದ, ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ, ನಂದ ಮುಕುಂದ ಗೋವಿಂದ, ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ, ಗೋವಿಂದ ಹರಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ, ಗೋವಿಂದ ಮಮ ಗೋವಿಂದ, ನಂದ ಮುಕುಂದ ಗೋವಿಂದ, ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ. ಪತಿತ ಪಾವನ ಗೋವಿಂದ, ಪರಮದಯಾಳೋ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಹರಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಮಮ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಹರಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಒಟ್ಟು ಕೇಳಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಹರಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಮಮ ಗೋವಿಂದ 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 ಗೋವಿಂದ ಹರಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ. ಓಂ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ. ಹರಿ ಓಂ ತತ್ಸತ್. ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣಾರ್ಪಣಮಸ್ತು.
Respected Maharaj and devotees, with a deep gratitude and humility, I stand before you to propose the vote of thanks at the conclusion of this beautiful spiritual retreat. The first and foremost, I offer my heartfelt pranam to Swami Baneshwarananda, Swami Atmeshwarananda, Tyageshwarananda, whose wisdom and the divine teaching have enlightened our minds and touched our heart. Their guidance has helped us to move close to the inner peace and self-awareness and spiritual growth. We express our sincere appreciation to the team whose dedicated effort created such a serene and uplifting environment for all participants. We are grateful to every participant who joined with the openness, sincerity, and contributing a positive energy that made the retreat a meaningful and spiritual enriching. May the peace and wisdom, divine vibration experienced here continue to guide in our daily life. With gratitude in our heart and divine blessing in our journey ahead, I once again thank everyone who made this spiritual retreat a memorable and transformative experience. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jai Ram Krishnarpana Namastu.
ನಮೋ ನಮೋ ಪ್ರಭು ವಾಕ್ಯಮನಾತೀತ ನಮೋ ನಮೋ ಪ್ರಭು ವಾಕ್ಯಮನಾತೀತ ಮನವಚನೈಕ ಆಧಾರ್ ಪ್ರಭು ಮನವಚನೈಕಾಧಾರ್ ज्योतिर्ज्योतिव जलहृदि कंद ज्योतिर्ज्योतिव जलहृदि कंद तुमि तमो भंजनहा प्रभु तुमि तमो भंजनहा नमो नमो प्रभु वाक्य मनातीत नमो नमो प्रभु वाक्य मनातीत मनवचनैकाधार प्रभु मनवचनैकाधार ज्योतिर्ज्योतिव जलहृदि कंदर ज्योतिर्ज्योतिव जल हृदय कंद तुम्ही तम भंजनो हा प्रभु तुम्ही तम भंजनो हा धे 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 लंग रंग भंग बा जे अंग संग ब्रुद गधे धे धे लंग रंग भंग बाजे अंग संग ब्रुद गगयच चंद बकुतरंद आरती तोमा गयच चंद बकुतरंद आरती तोमा जय जय आरती तोमा हर हर आरती तोमा शिव शिव आरती तोमा खंडन भाव बंधन जगवदन वंदित मा जय श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। सर्वमंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते सृष्टि स्थिति विनाशाना शक्ति भवते सनातने गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणी नमोस्तुते शरणागत दीनार्ता परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्यार्थे हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय श्री भगवान श्री राम कृष्ण देव की जय श्री माता शारदा देवी की जय श्रीमद स्वामी विवेकानंद महाराज के
all the devotees are requested to offer their pranam.